on track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ziah from Ziah TV Gaming, bringing you the first ever official gaming news weekly roundup. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be going over some of the hottest news coming out week by week. We got a couple things to talk about today. We're going to be talking about the new Elden Ring patch notes that just dropped, Bungie lawsuit against YouTube, the new Star Wars game that's coming out, as well as the new World of Warcraft expansion and the release of the Wrath of the Lich King for Classics. So without further ado, let's get into the news. All right, so first up today, we got the Elden Ring patch notes. Now, a new huge patch just came out for Elden Ring, and it is absolutely awesome. I love Elden Ring. I'm sure some of you guys watching this video as well love Elden Ring. I'm not going to go over every single thing that they updated in this patch, because honestly it's a pretty big patch, but some of the notable things is they did some buffs to like colossal weapons, so they made them like swing faster, the coming out of certain animations is faster, and they made them hit harder if you're like two-handing now. So I believe that's to kind of counteract the meta of just like doing jump attacks, just spam jump attacks, or like, you know, dual wielding two colossal weapons in the late game when you can actually, you know, have the endurance to wield those and just spamming jump attacks. So that should be helpful. I know there's a lot of people out there that have been complaining about the great swords and then the colossal weapons just not feeling as good, and Dex has kind of been king in Elden Ring from what we've been seeing in the early days of it. So this should help kind of reel things in and make them feel a lot better. Now, another thing that is super cool and super awesome, and thank God honestly that they did this, because that was like one of my main complaints about the game. I don't have many, but one of my main complaints about the game was just the cast time on a lot of like Ashes of War, some spells, and especially the incantations. I feel like a lot of the incantations that were super powerful had just like the longest cast times, and you had like no hyper armor. So they did some buffs to those. Mainly they just they did some cost reductions to stamina as well as your FP, and on a lot of them. And the main thing that they did was they did reduce the cast time for a lot of those abilities. So that's going to help quite a bit. Hopefully some of these like really cool incantations that just weren't really viable in a lot of the content for the game can actually be viable now. So if you haven't, I would recommend going in, getting it updated. Check the link down in the description for like the full patch notes, so you know everything that's going on. They did some quality of life improvements, some bug fixes, some multiplayer stability increases. They put like a shield around Millicent in her quest line, if you know about that, so you can't just accidentally kill her by like falling on her or whatever. So that's a much needed change. I'm sure that will help a ton of people. So again, just make sure to check that link out down there for the full like whole patch notes. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, our next topic is the lawsuit that Bungie has currently going on against YouTube. If you didn't know what happened, basically a group of individuals, they came in and they posed as Bungie's like a copyright service. So, you know, the people that handle like Bungie's like copyright and everything, they're posing as them, and they came in and they struck down a bunch of content creators videos and gave them like strikes, got their videos taken down. And obviously that's super damaging. That's horrible. And then on top of that, for some reason, they targeted Bungie. Like they literally targeted the company themselves, and even got some of their videos copyright striked, which was just bold and honestly stupid. I mean, like they probably wouldn't have even got caught if it wasn't for the fact that they targeted Bungie themselves. But yeah, so obviously that caused this huge issue. And people thought it was Bungie at first, and then, you know, their content creators were pissed off, and once Bungie got wind of it, they came out, they made some statements, and then they basically came towards YouTube, and, you know, they were upset with YouTube, not only the people that were doing this, but also the way that YouTube handles like their system basically for copyright and DMCA, because really anybody with enough information can just kind of come on there and pose and just get people's videos stricken down. Like, and it's happened before. We saw it with people posing as like Nintendo in the past, and it's been like this for years. And a lot of content creators have been like asking YouTube, like, hey, we need the update for this system, please fix this, and they always just get the same response, which is just like, oh, we're working on it. And, you know, obviously nothing has changed. So people are hoping that this will kind of like push YouTube to be like, hey, okay, maybe we should actually change this. So again, the link to the full article will be down below if you want to read more about it. It's absolutely crazy, and I do recommend that you do go ahead and read the full article, because there's a lot going in it. But basically the main thing you need to know is that Bungie is going to issue a subpoena, or they already have, towards YouTube, so that way they can find the information of these people who actually did it and fine them. They're talking about like $150,000 fine, all this stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. I highly recommend that you check that out. All right, real quick before we continue with the video, if you're enjoying the video and you want to stay up to date with all the latest gaming news as well as whatever else we do here on this channel, then make sure to just hit that subscribe button. If you're enjoying the video, like the video, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there is any specific gaming related news that you want me to cover. I'll read all the comments, and yeah, we'll check it out and see what we can do. And if you're curious, the gameplay in the background is actually from our stream over at twitch.tv/ZiahTVGaming. We usually are live on Twitch 2 to 3 times a week just playing games, so go ahead, go down there, follow that, come hang out with us. We have a ton of fun. But let's get back into the news. All right, our next news topic is Amy Hennig, which is the director for like Uncharted, if you're familiar with that video game series. So her and Skydance Media, they just announced that they'll be working on a new Star Wars game, which is super exciting for Star Wars fans. So Skydance New Media today announced they'll be working with Lucasfilms Games, their game company, on a new action-adventure Star Wars game with an original story set in the Star Wars universe, which I'm sure is super exciting for those of you who are a fan of Star Wars. And I know there was some information about like a canceled Star Wars game. This isn't it. This is completely different. So obviously that's super exciting. There's no release date yet, as the project literally just got announced. By the time you're seeing this, it'd be yesterday, so it just got announced. But if it's anything like The Force Awakens, then I'm sure it'll be a fantastic game. All right, and our last topic for today is World of Warcraft just announced its latest expansion, Dragonflight, which it includes a new class and a new race to try out, which is super exciting. That's going to be coming 2023 is what people are predicting, just based off of, you know, World of Warcraft's previous track record on when they released expansions and stuff like that. And you can see, I'll probably put like the trailer or something like that on the screen. But this is super exciting for WoW fans that are looking forward towards a new expansion, and especially with a new class and a new race to try out. I'm sure that people have a ton of fun with that. But on top of that, they also announced that for World of Warcraft Classic, they will be adding the Wrath of the Lich King expansion to World of Warcraft Classic, which some have heralded as the best World of Warcraft expansion ever. So this is absolutely massive. I'm sure people have been looking forward to this for a very long time, and it's finally coming, and that should be coming out later this year, so people won't have to wait too long for that, hopefully. And there will also be like a public beta that people can come in and you can sign up for and test it out early. So if that sounds interesting to you, then I highly recommend you jump on that. All right, that's all the news we have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy the video and you want to stay up to date with all the content, then just to make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button, and leave a comment down below out all the things that we covered today. What are you most excited about? Are you excited about the new WoW expansion, the updates to Elden Ring, the new Star Wars game? Just let me know down below, and we will see you next time.
Oh,